everybody, it's me again, Miss Mariah, here at the Elm City Library for this week's Summer Reading Time Story Time. This week's program is going to be about constellations, to go with our constellation jars. Our first book is called Usha and the Big Digger by Amitha Jagannath Knight. Usha loved trucks. She made them bump and roll. Usha loved cartwheels too. If only she could do one. Flippity thump, flippity thump. Flippity thump, crash. Watch out, said her big sister, Artie. Sorry, said Usha. Can you teach me to cartwheel? I'm busy, said Artie. I just found the Big Dipper. What's a dipper? Asked Usha. Show me. It's a big spoon, said Artie. See that box of 4 stars? Connect the dots to make the scoop. The other 3 stars make the handle. Ooh, I see the scoops, shouted Usha. Look out, stars. It's the Big Digger. That tree on the right points to the diver. It's the Big Digger. That tree on the right points to the driver. Beep, beep. No way, said Artie. The tree is on the left. It points to the dipper's handle. Can't you tell your left from your right? Usha rolled her truck over Artie's head. It's the Big Digger. Why won't you see it? Quit it, snapped Artie. It's the Big Dipper. Everybody says so. I don't say so, said Usha, and she cartwheeled away. Flippity thump, flippity thump, flippity thump, splat. The next morning, their cousin Gloria arrived. She gave Usha a brand new truck. Thanks, Usha said. Now come outside. I'll show you an even bigger truck. The girls looked up. See, Gloria? It's the Big Digger, said Usha. It's still the Big Dipper, Artie grumbled. Said Gloria. I see. The big kite. What? Cried Usha and Artie. The top 4 stars are the kite, and the bottom 3 stars are the tail, said Gloria. Because it's really... Why can't anyone see my Big Digger? Usha moaned. Because it's really the Big Dipper, Artie groaned. Don't you like my kite? Asked Gloria. Usha shouted, It's a digger, digger, digger. It's too loud over here, Artie said. Come on, Gloria. Whirly swirl, whirly swirl, whirly swirl, whoosh. Usha got mad. Usha got sad. She wanted to cartwheel too. Flippity thump. Usha looked up. Was that the Big Dipper? What about her truck? Big Digger, where are you? She tried more cartwheels. Flippity thump, she saw the big kite. Flippity thump, there were all kinds of shapes in the stars. Finally, there was her Big Digger, safe and sound. Flippity thump wump. Artie, Gloria, come back, called Usha. Lie here and look up. It is a big kite, said Artie. Now turn that way, said Usha. All three girls scooched around. It is a Big Dipper, said Gloria. They scooched again, and Gloria gasped, and there's the Big Digger. What about that one? Usha asked. Artie gave Usha a squeeze. It's you, Usha. Guess what you're doing, said Gloria. What? Asked Usha. Flippity thump, flippity thump, flippity whoosh. Ta-da! The end. All right, our next book is called Coyote Places the Stars by Harriet Peck Taylor. Many moons and many moons ago, a coyote lived in a canyon by a swift-running river. He spent his days roaming the land, chasing butterflies and sniffing wildflowers. He lay awake many nights gazing at the starry heavens. One summer night, as he was relaxing in the cool grass with his friend Bear, Coyote had an idea. I think I will climb to the heavens and discover their secrets. Bear scratched his big head and asked, How can you do that? I can get up there with no trouble at all, Coyote said. Now, Coyote was very skillful with a bow and arrow. He gathered a very large pile of arrows and began to shoot them at the sky. The first arrow whistled around the air and landed on the moon. Coyote launched a second arrow, which caught in the notch of the first. Whirr went the first arrow, whiz went the next, and on until this long line of arrows made a ladder. Coyote then began to climb. He climbed for many days and nights until he finally reached the moon. He slept all that day as he was very tired. That night, Coyote had another clever idea. He wondered if he could move the stars around by shooting at them with his remaining arrows. His first arrow hit a star and moved it across the sky. He found he could place the stars wherever he wanted. Coyote wagged his bushy tail and yelped for joy. He was going to make pictures in the sky for all the world to see. First, he decided to make a coyote, so he shot one arrow after another until the stars were arranged in the shape of a coyote. Next, he thought of his friend Bear and placed the stars in the form of a bear. Coyote worked all night creating likenesses of all his friends: mountain lion, horse, goat, fish, owl, and eagle. With the stars he had left over, he made a big road across the sky. When he was finished, he began to descend his ladder back to earth. night, when the bright moon rose in the east, Coyote saw his handiwork and began to howl. Ow! Was carried on the wind through the shadows of the canyon. Birds and animals awoke suddenly and listened to the mysterious sound. It seemed to be calling to them. From canyons and mesas, hills and plains they came, following the sound. Bears bounded out of their dens, squirrels scampered, and rabbits hippity-hopped over the hills. Bobcats crept, and bristly porcupines waddled along the trail. Graceful deer moved swiftly, while lizards slowly crawled across the desert. Silvery fish splashed their way upstream. The mighty mountain lion and herds of buffalo joined the journey. The great eagle soared over moonlit mountains. On and on went the parade of animals, following Coyote's magical voice. Finally, Coyote appeared high on a rock. The animals formed a huge circle and all became quiet. Coyote's eyes blazed with pride as he said, "Animals and birds and all who are gathered here, please look at the sky. You will see the stars are arranged in the shapes of animals. I made a ladder to the moon, and from there I shot my arrows to create the pictures you see." As the animals looked up, a great chorus of woofing and whiffing, screeching and squawking filled the air. I made a coyote and my friend bear. You will see the mysterious owl, the great eagle, the goat, horse, fish, and the mighty mountain lion. This is my handiwork, and I hope that all those who see it will remember Coyote and all the animals of the canyon. The animals gave a great feast for Coyote, and they sang and danced through the night. The animals decreed that Coyote was the most clever and crafty of all the animals. Coyote was so grateful that he declared, "I will always be your friend and the friend of your children's children." Now, to this day, if you listen closely in the still of the night as the moon is rising, you may even hear the magical howl of Coyote. He is calling to you to go to your window, to gaze at the star pictures, and to dream. That end. All right, well, that's all I have for this week's story time. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. I hope to see you next week. Goodbye.